What is going on, melon farmers? D-Mac back with a brand new episode of the Quebec City Combatant franchise mode for NHL 23. If you have no race screwed, hit that episode. In this one, we are getting through the trade deadline, and then I'm thinking we're probably just going to do a two-gamer, so this video is not 6 hours long. I believe those were like the exact words I said in the last episode. But the first thing that we are going to do in this one is go to our contracts and see, because in the poll you guys said, sell, 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 sell. So that's what we're going to do. We're just going to figure out who we want to get rid of. Now, someone that I was kind of thinking about getting rid of would be like Pierre-Luc Dubois, who isn't exactly having the greatest year in the world. He had a decent season last year. He was like, since he came to this team, he was relatively decent. He missed some time. He missed about 8 games so far this year, but he only has 29 points. So you got to think if he played those 8 games, he'd only have like 34 points this year. And there's only 19 games left in the season. So you got to think he'd be in like the low to mid 40s for points. And for a second line center, I'm not overly excited about those numbers. You know what I mean? Like, I like PLD, but I mean, $7 million a year for someone who's going to get 40-something points seems a little excessive to me. We've got a couple of pretty decent contracts, like I would say Trevor Moore. He has 38 points in 63 games. He's on pace for about what he did last year, but for, what is he again? $3.75 million a year for this year and next year. You gotta hang on to him, and he is still in his 20s. He's technically in his prime for a couple of more years. He's 85 overall. Philip Hedl, he's 25. He's another one. He's kind of on a sweetheart of a contract, 36 points. You gotta think he gets close to 50, and for 3.5, that's pretty good. I was kind of thinking about moving on from Brandon Montour, who's kind of having a down year. I mean, he got us 11 goals and 39 points last season, but he's on pace for like 25, 26 this year. And you got to think that is going to probably cause him to drop down. I mean, his poise is only at 80 for whatever reason, even though he just won a Stanley Cup. $4 million's not a bad cap hit, but if we could recoup that with, say, a couple of prospects, or if we could get some draft picks. I know we only have a 3rd and a 5th round pick in the draft this year. In the draft, it's going to be coming quick. We're 7 points out of a playoff spot, and there's only 19 games left. So to make up all that, traction I just don't know if it's going to happen. Really quickly, though, I did want to look and see. Marty Necas, what does he want? He only wants a 1-year contract. If I was to sign him to an 8-year, he'd want like just an absurd amount of money. Now, I mean, because of how late we are, they already released the trailer for NHL 24, so I think we're going to finish this year, and we're probably going to get like one more season in. So it's like time is not exactly that much of a factor. So if I could get him for 2 years at like 9.5 for 2 years, he's a 1C. He's a number 1 center. So he's our number 1 center. Now, I mean, he's not exactly having the greatest year himself. He's not playing poorly, but it's like when we got him, he was above a point per game. He was having kind of a down year in Carolina. He ended up with 67 points in 80 games. I don't see him hitting 67, but he's going to be above 60, I can tell you that much. He's got 35 assists. He's a +9. He doesn't take penalties. Doesn't really take a ton of shots either. But, I mean, he's a great player. He's only 26 years old. He's going to be coming into his own. He's going to be our number 1 center next year as well. William Nylander, I know he's 28. He makes 9.5, but I really like William Nylander. He's our captain. He's got 58 points in 63 games. He makes 9.5 for the next 5 years after this year. But Svech definitely is the superstar on this team. We've got a great coach locked down for a couple of years. So I'm kind of thinking about moving on from Pierre-Luc Dubois, and I'm kind of thinking about taking Philip Hedl and putting him in that second-line center role. Now that would allow us to, let's see, what else do we got? Ty Smith, what's he doing? 23 points in 63 games, but he's young. He's young. 4.18 is not terrible. Barrett Hayton, 31 points. It's like, I don't know. He's young, and he only makes $2 million a year, so I'm not getting rid of him. Oscar Lindblom, he's a third liner for us. Michael McLeod, I'm a pretty big fan of. He's in a bottom six role. Marty Faravari, I already signed him to an extension. He's only in his mid-20s, so it's like, he's relatively young. Jensen, he's good when we have an injury or something. He can step into that role, but I'm thinking about getting rid of Jensen. I don't think I'll really get much for him. He's 34. He's on an expiring contract. Brett Kulak, I do not want to lose for the rest of this season because it seemed like when we put Jensen in, we were losing a lot of games. But as soon as Kulak got back, it's like everything started kind of clicking a little bit again. Valtteri Puustinen, I don't want to get rid of him because, again, he's only in his mid-20s. Next year, he's going to go, I imagine he's probably going to go like medium top 9. But I do like him in a bottom 6 role, so I don't want to lose him. Isaac Ratcliffe, kind of the same thing. Nate Schnarr, kind of the same thing. We got him locked down for another year. Jack McBain, Niederbach. It's a lot of guys, you know what I mean? But I'm thinking at this trade deadline, we are probably going to move Pierre-Luc Dubois. We're probably going to move Brandon Montour. We are probably going to move Nick Jensen. So there's 3 guys right there. And because of the fact that we're not going to get that much farther, you know what I mean? We're really not going to get that much farther. So I'm kind of thinking Nikolai Semenov is one of those guys that we could move as well. He's 64 overall, but he's only 20 years old. I mean, we just drafted him in 2022 in the second round, an elite goaltender. It's 2025, so he'll be turning 21 soon, but he does have that elite potential, so he's probably going to have at least a little bit of value. I don't want to get rid of Olivier Rodrigue. He is a very solid AHL goaltender and actually made his way to the National Hockey League. He has a 920 and a 2.06 in the AHL so far this year. He's faced 999 shots. Wow. And he's made over 900 saves. He's only allowed 79 goals in 39 games. So, I mean, I don't exactly want to move him. So I'm thinking next year the tandem would be Rodrigue and Lindbaum. But Nikolai Semenov, I'm thinking we're going to move him. So we got Pierre-Luc Dubois. We got Nick Jensen. Who was the other one? Wow, I'm bad at this. Not in the system. We're going to do Pierre-Luc Dubois, Brandon Montour. That's the one. And Nick Jensen, and probably Nikolai Semenov. So there's 4 guys that we can get rid of right there at the deadline. We can probably pick up some assets. We can probably pick up a couple of draft picks. Draft picks is something I'm not exactly worried about right now, but I would like to pick up some like young prospects that are likely to grow and make it onto the team next year. Even if I could find a couple of young players, 22 years old or something like that, with decent enough potential, put them in a good role, try and get them some points as we get through the rest of this regular season. I doubt we're going to make the playoffs because, like I said, there's only 19 games to go and we're 7 points out. And, I mean, the odds of us catching either Florida or Ottawa are kind of low. So I think we're just going to plan for next year. We're going to go all in next year. Maybe we'll hit free agency and see what we can accomplish there. We're going to probably have to take on a bad contract with somebody to keep us above the cap floor. But it is what it is. All right, so here we go. Let's do this. Advanced day. We're going to say conservative seller because there's like 4 people that we want to get rid of and move on from. PLD, I love PLD, but I just, with the money that he's being paid, I can't exactly justify keeping him, especially for 3 more seasons. We're definitely not going to be getting rid of Radek Ruchinski. We basically built the damn team, or we're going to be building the team around him next year. Hopefully he's like friggin' 87 overall or something. Sergei Grachev, he's injured, but he's one of our top prospects. So who's the other one? We got PLD, we got Brandon Montour. The next one was Nick Jensen. And then we go to goaltenders, and we are going to be moving on from Nikolai Semenov, the rookie who's probably going to be like 67 overall next year and 21 years old, which is not incredible. So let's go Proposed trade. We'll start with our most valuable asset, which would be Pierre-Luc Dubois. Now let's see what they got for, I guess, like rookie skaters kind of thing. You know what I mean? But we need someone. What's this? Axel Anderson? Yeah. Top 6D. He's 82 overall. He's 25 years old. Defensive defenseman with like no awareness. So that is certainly not what we're looking for. But like I said, we're looking for prospects that are going to be in the National Hockey League like next year. We could always go for someone like a Mason McTavish. 4.3 is 37 points in 53 games. He is also a second-line center. And look at him go. 6'1", 212, power forward, fits line 1. But after this year, it'd be 3 years at 4.3, so I do like that number. We could just like forego the draft altogether. Anaheim would be over the salary cap, not by much. So what if we were to just hold on to like 500,000 worth of? Oh yeah, but no, it's because it's no, it's they're below the salary cap. What is happening here? If I just kept like 1 million, it still said they would be over the league maximum salary cap. It's like, how does that work? I don't know. What if we got two birds stoned at once here? What if I also threw in Mr. Nick Jensen? They would have too many skaters, so I would have to take someone back. Okay, so let's go to someone who has like no value. What about like a Nick Ritchie? Put him in like a depth role or something like that. Exact top 9. He's 29 years old, 6'2", 236. He's playing in the AHL. He's not very fast. Doesn't exactly have the greatest awareness in the world, but he's tough as nails. Would fit line 4, so we could put him on like the 4th line. We kind of already have our 4th line kind of sorted out, you know what I mean? Nick Foligno, I'm not going to go for him. What else do you got? Holden. Nick Holden, he could be a spare defenseman for us. Fits pairing 2. I'm sure he fits everything a little bit. Benoit Olivier Groux, he's a 4th line forward as well. Left wing, 2-way forward. He's actually halfway decent. I mean, his offensive awareness isn't that great, but his defensive awareness is at 82. So he could be a depth guy. Fits line 3, so I imagine he probably fits line 4 as well. We could see if this would work. And again, it says they would be over the maximum salary cap. So I am definitely going to have to... This does not want to work. Okay, hold on. All we're doing is wasting time. So we're going to go exit trade, and then we're going to go propose trade. We're going to go back to PLD. Like I said, I really want this team to just get younger. I know PLD's not very old. But, you know, it's like he just isn't doing it, you know? He's just not doing it. We want to stay relatively young. What if we were to go with someone like a Pavel Zacha, who's having a 36-point season, 36 points in 62 games? I mean, he's pretty sure he's doing better than PLD is. And he's actually a decent center, and he's really, really good defensively, like super good. 6.7. We would save a little bit of money. I don't know if this trade would go through. I mean, the value's not exactly adding up. It would work. But what if we just use up these picks, man? PLD and a 3rd for Pavel Zacha. We would actually be upgrading instead of downgrading. Everyone's like, sell. But I don't know. I love Pavel Zacha, man. I love him. And PLD's just not doing it. Would this work? I know this is not what selling looks like, but you know what? What if we trade up? Trade rejected. Yeah. League min contract, Justin Sordiff. He would be a 4th line guy, 6 foot, 187. He's a 2-way forward. He's decent enough. Fits line 3. I could toss him into line 3. Wait, what were his shooting stats? Holy crap, does he ever have shot power? No poise at all, though. Okay, Oscar Olausson, 22 years old. He's playing for the Americans, the Rochester Americans, and he has got 38 points in 62 games. Very fast. He's a sniper. Fits line 3. We could toss him into an NHL role. Okay, I could go with him. They want to get rid of him, apparently. They want to get rid of, what's this guy? Devin Palapuz. Why do they want to get rid of this guy? Two-way defender. He looks great. This guy's got everything you would want. Oh my God, look at this guy. He's an animal. He wouldn't be on our team this year, but he would be like next year. We'd go for like a Matthew Savoie, elite center. Very, very good defensively. Incredible offensively. Really good with the puck. Durability's fantastic. The speed's not exactly fantastic, but he's only 5'9". He weighs 189, so there's that. Fits line 3. What is he? 82 overall. We could toss him on like the third line. So we go like Matthew Savoie. They'd be like way over the cap. Well, actually, not really. Not by that much. But we would have to throw something in. What if I threw in like Nikolai Semenov? And then I would have to retain on PLD yet again. I mean, I think that's just kind of a given. I'm going to have to retain on PLD. Like I said, we're only going to get one more season done in this series. Still says they're over the cap. I don't want to retain like 50% or anything. Now that would be approved, and that definitely upped the value. But to get Olausson and Matthew Savoie, I think you could probably put both those guys in the NHL like now time. See if it'd work. Trade rejected. Yeah, I'm thinking I'm going to have to retain like half on PLD. And we'll see if that works. Trade rejected. Not a whole lot of anything. We got Juuso Välimäki for $3 million. He has 4 points. Jesus. No, it's not going to be Calgary. Who else do we got? Chicago, and they have a lot of cap space. All right, what if we were to go for like... Who's this guy? Kevin Korchinski, 20 years old, 6'3", 194 pounds. He's 81 overall, offensive defenseman, fits pairing 3. No, I'm not overly nuts about that. What if we went for like Alexis Lafreniere? He fits line 2. He's slightly more expensive, but he has like stupid value. Philip Kurashev, 83 overall. He's 25 years old, so I don't know how much more he's really going to grow. How is he on faceoffs? Heedle's better, but it's fine. I want someone who's not like 25. You know what I mean? Someone who... Nick Beaudin, two-way defender, insanely fast. But again, he's 25. I want someone who's under 25. Whoops, I didn't mean to hit that button. Someone who's going to have the opportunity to grow like between this year and next. What about like an Alex Newhook? Second line center. He's 5'10", 194. He only has 29 points in 61 games. Not the greatest center in the universe. But he is expiring. He is an RFA, though. My goodness. This is a tough one. Sampo Ranta. He's a sniper. 3rd round pick, so he's probably not going to grow that much. And as we move down the line, there's not a whole lot to pick from. I don't know. We could try and go for like an Alex Newhook. And I still have him at 3.5 retained. I don't know that they're going to want to get rid of Alex Newhook. Trade rejected. Yeah, exactly. So I'm going to have to like sweeten the deal. Oh, not draft picks. We'll go rookie goaltenders. Nikolai Semenov, but I do not want to hang on to that much of his contract. I would be willing to get rid of both of these guys for Alex Newhook. Trade rejected. Oh my God. All right, we're going to have to start. You know what? Here's what we'll do. We'll go find trade. Okay, 13. They want to give me Alex Tuck, a 2nd round pick, and Semyon Varlamov. The next one is Isaac Rosen and Alex Tuck. There's a lot of Buffalo Sabres going on here. Alex Tuck. So what would... Hold on. Colin White and a 2nd. Pavelski a 4th and Wedgwood. Nick Backstrom, Wedgwood and a 7th. Hornqvist a 3rd and a 4th. Justin Hall a 3rd and a 4th. Matthias Ekholm and Alexander Georgiev. Zach Aston Reese a 3rd and a 4th. TJ Sochi and a 4th. And I think most of these... all these picks are next year, right? Victor Arvidsson... Nick Schmaltz, that could be a fun one. Schmaltzy's pretty good. Alex Tuck a 2nd and Varlamov. Yeah, so, okay, I'm going to look at this one for Isaac Rosen. I know he's young. Alex Tuck is fantastic. So what are you at? 85, second liner. He only has 25 points this year. Power forward, he is kind of a monster. He has amazing poise. He is expiring. I don't really care where he fits. Isaac Rosen could be NHL ready as soon as next season. Could put him in a depth role. He is a playmaker. I'm kind of thinking about taking this one. Alex Tuck and Pierre-Luc Dubois, same overall, but I kind of feel like I could do more damage with Alex Tuck. So I'm kind of thinking about doing this, especially just because we get Isaac Rosen, who's only 21, and he, like I said, is like this offseason away from being an NHLer. I feel like we could grow him into an NHLer in this offseason. I'm kind of thinking about doing this one. Like I said, the only problem is he only has 25 points in 54 games, and he has 29 points in 55 games. So PLD is actually doing better. All right, hold on. We might hold on to PLD. I'm going to go add asset, find trade for Brandon Montour. What do we got? A second, a third, and Drieger. Kevin Hayes, a third, and Subban. Lawton, a third, and Subban. Ekholm and Georgiev. They really want to move those guys. Geno Malkin. And a fifth. You imagine we had Malkin. Wow. Okay. You imagine if we had Malkin. First line forward. That's crazy. And he has 45 points in 51 games. Is 95 poise. I mean, the speed's gone. The durability's not fantastic. He's got the X factors. He's expiring. He's 38 years old. And the 5th round pick, next year? I don't really care about. But Malkin for Montour? I kind of like it. I mean, that way we could keep Jensen. Oh my God, the trade deadline is passed. I took so long, I wasn't even paying attention to the clock. Oh my God, what an epic fail. I didn't get a single thing done. Holy crap, what a waste of time. What a waste of time. I just took 26 minutes. Talking about all the guys I wanted to move and sat there gabbing my face off like an idiot, and we didn't move a single person. That's insane. We didn't get a single offer. That's crazy. Trevor Lewis, decline. I was talking about getting younger. I'm really sorry, guys. I guess we're just kind of sticking with what we got and make sure when I go to the edit line screen, I just want to make sure everything's still the way it was before. Holy crap, as if that just happened. That is hilarious. Hilarious and depressing. All right, well, sorry guys. I guess we're sticking with the team that we got. That just happened. All right, well, I'm going to go to the calendar. We'll figure out what games we want to play. I'm thinking we're going to play obviously the Florida game. And then I'm thinking we'll play the Nashville game. And then we'll just sim up to Winnipeg. Oh, my God. We better turn it on then. Because we have, no picks. We got nothing. Oh, and the Senators won their game. So we're no longer 7 points out of a playoff spot. We're now 9. Holy crap-a-moly. I can't believe that just happened. All right, so play 1, sim 1, play 1, sim 2. That's how we're going to do it. All right, so after that disaster of a trade deadline, we are sticking with what we got until the end of the regular season, but now we're going to jump in to the first of 2 games that we're doing in this video up against the Florida Panthers. We'll start it out in the 3rd period. After 2, it's tied at 1. Marty Faravari ties the game up. Shots pretty even. I'll see you on the ice. All right, so not the worst way to jump into a game. Here we go. Starting off with the opening face-off of the 3rd period. Marty Necas going up against, it's not Barkov. Who is it? Or it is Barkov. I thought it said 16 on the wing. But no, that was Kachuk. All right, here we go. Radek Ruchinski backs that one off to Svech. Svech looking for an opening. That one bounces in front. I think it hit Marty Necas, though, and didn't make it all the way to the net. So they're backing it off to Aaron Ekblad, up to Brendan Gallagher. Jacob Slavin says, boom, lay down, and we're fighting already. All right, Slavin versus Matty Tkachuk. Oh, this is going to be a rough one. Oh, and he's hurt, too. Jeez. Tkachuk's getting me a couple times here. Dodge, boom. Dodge, boom, uppercut. Dodges him again. Throw him off. Dodge. No, not able to hit him. There we go. We got him again. Take a swing. Damn it, I didn't even block it. There we go. We got him hooked, and he's almost dead. And he got out right away. All right, uppercut on me. Oh, my God, I can't really see where my energy bar is. Oh, damn it, he took me down. Oh. And then he skated over my throat. What are you doing? The rare loss for a Quebec City combatant player in a fight. I cannot condone this, but that was a clean hit. It was a good hit of the period, which is probably going to be in about 8 minutes, something like that. Anyway, Marty Necas doing better on the faceoffs, I gotta say. Over to William Nylander. He's dodging folks. Trying to dodge Aaron Ekblad right in front of Svech, who takes a desperation shot at the net. Here we go. I was thinking about a wraparound. Get it back to Svech. Svech loses that one to Barkov. Willie Nee gets it back. Willie Nee. Let's just toss that one back out to the point. Here's Rooch. Rooch across to Smith. That one was, I think, deflected, but I don't know that it ever made it anywhere near the net. William Nylander right out in front, gets that one across to Necas, but I think he was a little too close to the goal line. All right, what are we doing? Get her back to Ty Smith. Over to Rooch. Rooch tries for the low shot on net. That one's blocked. And Grigory Denisenko is going to get that one out and down the ice. We went for a line change. Don't know if it was a good one, and a huge save by Ilya Sorokin. Let's just toss that one back. Ooh, let's calm this down a little bit. Through traffic. Just take the shot. Big save by Spencer Knight. All right, now we're finally starting to get some shots here. Here is Trevor Moore, right out in front, gets it back to Dubois with a huge one-timer, and again a big save by Spencer Knight. As Eetu Luostarinen gets it up to Matt Nieto. Monty, he's backing off. Monty's backing off. Is he going to go for a pass? No, he's not going to go for an anything. Let's go. Monty, toss that one up to PLD, baby. PLD loses that one very easily, and then gets it back because he's a beast. Whip it across to the other side of the net for a one-timer. And it didn't work. And besides, Trevor Moore, just skated into the corner for some reason. So I don't know really what he was doing on that one. Barbie? Is that what that said? Oh, probably Barry. McLeod with a nice face-off win. Here comes Barrett Hayton. Oh, my God. I didn't mean to deke and just dead stop into the boards. Schultz tries to get that one out of his own zone. And Sarah Null, he's got that one back in his own zone as well. Schultz gets that one up to Boris Kachuk. Marty Faravari backing off in the defensive zone. He's going to try and do something with this, and that one's right out in front. And Brett Kulak, God, it's good to have you back after we lost him for a while. And, yeah, we lost that one. All right, here we go. We got her back. Brett Kulak gets that one up to Barrett Hayton. Hayton back to Faravari. Faravari gets that one up to McLeod, who leaves it behind and doesn't do anything with it. Let's try and get around this guy. We kind of do. We're turning back. Nope. Other side of the net, that was way too hard of a pass, and Oscar Lindblom was unable to do anything with it. Marty Faravari is waiting for anyone to get in front of this frickin' net. Here's Michael McLeod. Oh, man, opening right in the middle. Oh, I told you to go to your backhand, and he just didn't do it. Barrett Hayton, he's going to get thrown off that one by Boyd, who just is untouchable here for whatever reason. What's happening? Boom, Lindblom. Throws a hit. Kulak's back. He's defending. Whoa, that one might have hit the goalpost. I'm not sure on that one. There we go. Nice hit behind the net. The passing effectiveness for us hasn't exactly been up to par. Get out of the way. Matheson. Dude, it's Svech. Svech is a big dude. He's going to knock you off the puck. Come on now. Here comes Bark. Boom! Throwing hits like a beast. Jacob Slavin yet again. Rooch going to whip that one up to Marty Necas. He holds on to it. Again, kind of gets around his man, Aaron Ekblad, but takes a little bit of abuse first, and we're going to the power play. So that is fine. But I think we are going to call a timeout because our entire team is super duper dead. There we go. We'll go to PP1. Jacob Slavin. Whoa, looking for an opening. That was actually really decent. Get back out in front, toss it across to PLD, who's on that right wing. And, Matheson's able to get that one out and down the ice. They are killing off some very important clock here. Still a 1-1 tie in the third. Marty Necas gets it up to Jacob Slavin. Slavin enters the zone. He's looking for somewhere to go. Or someone to go to. That's super not what I told you to do. They're having a little trouble getting this thing out of their zone. Oh, and it just gets knocked even further back in. PLD knocks it off his man. Then attempts to knock it off his man. It doesn't work. Can we hold the line? Yes, we can. Svech holds it in, gets it to Willie Nee. Willie Nee Low shot on net. That one bounces right out in front. What is happening? And freaking Matheson is able to clear it again. Picked up around behind the net by Barrett Hayton. Oh my God, somebody hold on to the damn puck. And it's Valtteri Puustinen who gets that one up to Philip Hedl. Hedl's in the zone. Hedl's in the zone. Turn him back. What do we got on the other side? Nobody, so we just lose it. This power play's over. We couldn't do a damn thing on it, and there's only 3 minutes left in the game, and I just took a penalty. Wow, that was not smart. Super not smart. Oh, nice feed by Barrett Hayton up to Michael McLeod. Walking in. I super didn't tell you to turn that way. God, I hate it when they do that. All right, we held the zone. We're shorthanded. Oh, no. Barkov took it, and it's like a 3-on-1, a partial 3-on-1 now. Oh, yeah. Rooch getting down, and Sorokin makes the save. Gets it over to Radek Ruchinski. Rooch passes that one up to McLeod. Like I said, we're late enough in this game. I don't exactly want to clear it down the ice. So who are we going to? McLeod doing a good job holding on to that one. Gets it out in front to Marty Faravari. Faravari tries to whip that one across, and Matthew Tkachuk again just cuts off that pass, and here comes Denisenko. Just a long bomber, easy save for Sorokin. We're just going to keep playing it. Keep playing it. We're killing off so much of this power play. And Michael McLeod, keep moving. Keep moving. We get it to Barrett Hayton. Oh, gets it across, but he's unable to hold on to that one. Faravari again holds the zone. Rooch almost throws it away. That was dangerous, dangerous, dangerous. Right out in front. Take the shot. Nice save by Spencer Knight, who has been a rock for the Florida Panthers so far in this one. Barrett Hayton almost makes it through, but he doesn't, and we killed it off without doing a line change. Barkov loses it. Wow. Get that one up to Brandon Montour. He has some juice. Oh, look at this move. Oh, but I still got knocked off it and knocked across the earth, which I was not happy about. Here they come. Oh, God. Final minute of the game, and here comes Florida. This is not what we want. Boom! Lay down, buddy. Okay. Slavin. Just hold on to this thing. Back it off. Get it to Rooch. D1 is still out anyway. Super duper not where I said to pass the puck. And Lindell gets a tricky one there. But a nice blocker save by Mr. Ilya Sorokin. That one gets right out in front of Lindell. Over to Denisenko. Oh, he's walking right in. Nice play by Slavin. There's only 15 seconds left, and it looks like we could be going to OT. Get it off of him. Just take it. Go somewhere. Willie Nee. Back to Rooch. Rooch up to Natchez. Natchez, that one's not going to make it through, but he still holds on to it. Get the F out of the way, Mr. Svechnikov. Oh, the game remains tied at 1, and we are doing the overtime thing. But let's take a look at some Steezels, baby. So what do we got? Shots, whoa, shots at the end of it, 32-24 in favor of us. We went 0 for 2 in the power play. They went 1 for 3, but we did get that one goal. It was Marty Faravari, and it was his 5th of the year, assisted by Brett Kulak and Captain William Nylander. Now let's do something here in this overtime. So, put 5 minutes back on the clock, as per flippin' huge, as we try to take out the 7th place Florida Panthers here in overtime. Nice win by Marty Natchez, who gets that one back. He's getting kind of run into by Aaron Ekblad, and Ekblad just decided he wants to just keep hitting him. Put that one across to William Nylander, who can't get a hold of it, and then I just overskated it. That was really dumb. All right, here we go. Willie Nee holds the line, stopping up. Oh, doing ninja moves, the parting of the Red Sea. Now we got it. Oh, baby! 22nd goal of the season, and we take it early in overtime. A much-needed win. I know we're not making the playoffs anyway. We would have to win literally every game from now to the end of the season to even have a hope of being like a second wild card. So 33-24 are the shots. Ilya Sorokin played a pretty damn good game anyway. It was William Nylander with his 22nd, and it was unassisted. So let's get back to the menu where we got one game to sim, and then we're going to play one, and then we're going to sim 2. I check ahead of time with the calendar. That's what I do. All right, back at the main menu. Yep, so the Vegas Golden Knights have fired their head coach. That means absolutely nothing to me. So here we go. Going up against the not powerhouse Vegas Golden Knights. So we're going to simulate this one. They're 3-7-0 in their last 10 games. We're 6-4-0, which is actually pretty decent for us considering the way this season's gone. But here we go. First period. It is, wow, again, 1-0 for the Vegas Golden Knights. Dominic Kubalik on only 4 shots. 2-1 after 2. Trevor Moore got us on the board. They got UC Saros. What do we got, baby? What do we got? 3-2 loss. But Oscar Lindblom Simulation Darling decides he's going to put up another one in the sim. So, Trevor Moore got his 19th of the season by PLD and Philip Hedl, where Oscar Lindblom got his 11th by Michael McLeod and Barrett Hayton. So, a loss that we really did not need. That's why I said I know we're not making the playoffs because the odds of us winning every game in a row is just super duper not realistic at all. And especially with the way this season has gone, but I am going to swap out Nikolai Semenov with Olivier Rodrigue. Semenov's gotten himself into a good couple of games now. We are going to stick with Ilya Sorokin in the next one, and Dusty Wolf is going to get an opportunity in one of the two simulation games we are going to do. But we are jumping in against the Nashville Predators, who are 5-4-1 in their last 10 and have an identical record to us. And not a great one. Oh, there we go. Let's see, Lindblom. Simulation Darling. We are dramatically outshooting everybody, but Matty Duchesne does tie it up against the Preds. So let's dive into the third, baby. So here we go, taking on, a Predators team that is honestly not as great as us. They're not as good as us. Like, we have the offense, we have the defense, we have the goaltending. It just didn't work. For whatever reason. Here we go. Forsberg from Yost, but we took that one away. Turn around now, Svetch. It's going to be fine. You're going to do great. Forsberg obviously going to pick that off. That was a horrible, horrible option for a pass. And here comes William Nylander, always flying in. Right out in front. Big save by, it was UC Saros still, right? Pretty sure? Or that was Vegas, wasn't it? All right, Svetch tries to take that one back. Yossi ignores his existence entirely and gets it to Philip Tomasino, then to Duchesne. We're getting her up to Natchez. Here we go. Come on, Marty. Toss her in, baby. 17th of the season for Marty Natchez, who gives us the 3-2 lead early in this third period, only a minute 27 in. We needed that one, man. We needed that one. All right, why are we hugging so long? What are we doing here? Just drive in. Cut in front, and that, my friends, was a very easy goal. But I liked it. It was nice. It was nice. A little overused, I would say. Lockdown defense, sure. Quoth the damn Raven, baby. Comes Trevor Moore, sneaks right out in front. I went for a slap shot there, apparently. All right, they took it back away, and Johnny T tries to take it down the ice. Oh, my God, thank God he reached back, and that was offside, or he would have had a clear shot to the net. And if he's got a clear shot, there's a good chance it's going in. Technically, we're ahead of them in the standings. What does it come down to then? It would be like goals or something? Because we have identical records. Or is it something like how many regulation wins? Oof! BLD just took a relatively good size hit. Here comes Pearson. Pearson trying to find someone to go to. He finds Colton Sissons, but Sissons having trouble holding on to this thing, and it gets stolen away by Pearson. Yeah, you got to take it with you, though, buddy. Take it with you. Here we go. PLD rushing up the ice. He's not moving very fast, but I think that's because he got kind of knocked on his ass a little bit, and they are probably going to be able to clear their own zone. All right, Mikey McLeod. Oh, my God, how did that make it across? Lindblom takes it. He loses it. He's trying to get it back. He's kind of getting it back. Monty. Oh, can't avoid that huge hit, but he held the zone. And now, Sonny gets it to Ruda. Oh, blocked. We kept it in. Michael McLeod. Let's go, baby. Get it across to Oscar Lindblom, who puts it home again. Oh, yeah, baby. Second goal of the game for Oscar Lindblom. 13th of the season. Oh, you got to love this kid. Look at how close. Look at how tight he was to that goal line. And still drops it in. Oscar Sundqvist rocking the 69. 27 points on the season now for Oscar Lindblom. 13 goals, 14 assists. We just got him a little while ago. I mean, he kind of solidified our third line. I like him. I like him. He's good. Got a little younger with him, too. Oh, that was a bad feed, and Michael McLeod steals that one away. Now we got a 4-2 game. Oh, damn it. I was going to try and get it across to Lindblom. We were going to try and go for the hat trick in this one. Who's on the other side? That's not where I passed it. That was terrible. Marty Faravari, he keeps that in. Take the shot, and a nice stop by, I think that's Craig Anderson? Gets it up to Sir Isaac Ratcliffe. I don't know. It just sounds like a royal name. That one goes in front of Alteri Pustonen, who puts it home, but they're saying no goal, and they're going upstairs. Damn. I think he probably kicked it. What an angle. Just an awful angle. Like, what are we thinking? What are we thinking here? Oh, man. What are you saying? It's going to be no goal. Yeah, no goal. I looked at her mouth and it kind of looked like she said no goiter. But what do I know? All right, Schnarzy. Right outside the ozone. He's a decent face-off guy. There you go. There you go. Kulak to Faravari. Back to Valtteri Puustinen, who is very diminutive in size. Where are we going with this thing? Right out in front? Oh, I was gonna say, come on, Valtteri. Let's prove them all wrong. Let's just toss another one in. You got to keep the puck and take it with you, though. All right, here we go. He's got the wheels. He's got the wheels. I think Matty Duchene's got the wheels as well. Kick that one over to Schnarzy. Get it out in front. Oh, it was just a Hail Mary. I don't know. When we're on the ice, Sorokin has been looking way more effective. It's like in the simulation, we're not facing enough shots. Like we have like really good defense. You know what I mean? Our defense is actually a pretty solid setup. And here comes Captain William Nylander down the ice, hanging on to it, gets out in front. Oh, right through the defender's legs, baby. And that's goal number 23. And just like that, we got a 5-2 lead here in the third period. Not a bad place to be, especially with 7 minutes and something seconds left. Look out, right through Captain Roman Yossi's legs. And the goalie had no shot. Here comes Willie. Willie's turning around. Get that one back to Rooch. Rooch, whip it on goal. Oh, wow, that looked very much like a high stick, but I know it wasn't. Back to Willie Nee. Willie Nee gets himself board played. We can't get rid of it. Here comes Rooch. Rooch is in and he scores, baby. 6-2, just like that. Radek Ruchinski puts in his 4th goal of the season. The defensive defenseman who does not get points. But every once in a while, he fog walks his way in front of that net and he shows he's got some hands. Look at this kid. Oh, he didn't even do a move. Anderson, Mr. Anderson. I think it's time to hang him up, bud. That one was unassisted. And Slavin? Dude, you're an elite defenseman. All right, back to Fabro. Over to Johnny T. Gets himself right in front of the net. Big blocker saved by Ilya Sorokin. Whip that one around to Philip Hedl, and let's get out of here, dude. Philip Hedl. Oh, can he dodge his man? Yes, he can. And tried to get it across to PLD. That didn't work. Brandon Montour doing his damnedest to get this thing out of his own zone. Stopping up is Oscar Lindblom. Then we're going to start up again, but no one's there. It's all right. Monty tries to throw it to Barrett Hayton. That was a good stick lift on their part. And now Lausanne is getting himself board played. Ty Smith, takes a huge hit. We still got it back. Michael McLeod. Boom. Take the slapper. Lindblom taps it at Anderson, and he finally makes a save. Oh, my goodness. All right, third pairing. Fourth line. Let's kill some clock here. Schnarzy. Oh, Ratcliffe leaves it behind, and then, oh, yeah, baby, we got that poke check in there. We got her back. Marty, back to Ratcliffe. Ratcliffe, over to Puustinen with the wheels. Oh, my God, he actually dodged him. And then he gets it back. Oh, my. Valtteri Puustinen with the backhander, and that's in. 7-2. And that's his 9th of the season. Oh, baby. This game got hideously bad for the Nashville Predators. It's like every damn shot we are taking goes in, and that was a beauty backhand. He dodged all those folks and gets around Anderson, who is somehow still in the net. My goodness. You can tell me if I'm wrong, but I'm like 90% sure it is Craig Anderson, who at this point has got to be, 43? Something like that? And he's got to be their starter. I'm pretty sure our team is like a contender. Marty Necas walks in. I figured, hey, why not? Let's make it 8. What? Boom! Takes a slapper. That one doesn't make it through. We got to get that second line out, though. They don't have a ton of juice, but I mean, no line on this team really does. The third line's got a little bit. They got a little bit left in the tank. There's Sundqvist, tries to get it across. Nice play, and I believe that would be Alex Nylander, Quebec City combatant legend, I believe. Wasn't he? I don't even remember. My goodness. All right, Ryan McDonough gets himself trapped. PLD picks that one up, get it across. Trevor Moore with a backhand one-timer, which is an odd. It was a weird choice, not one that I would have went with. And here comes Ruchinski. He winds and fires, and Anderson actually makes a save with 2 seconds left on the clock. So, easily the final face-off of the game. Nice win. Monty throw it at the net, but he misses high and wide on the far side. I should have been a poet or a rapper. Anyway, huge win for the Quebec City combatants in an away game at Bridgestone Arena in Nashville, Tennessee. Final shots, 34-23 in favor of us. Again, we went 0 for 1 on the power play. They went 1 for 1, so our PK didn't look so great either. So Oscar Lindblom got his 12th of the year by Barrett Hayton and Michael McLeod before Michael McLeod got his 12th of the season by Oscar Lindblom and Barrett Hayton. Hey, those guys go well together. Marty Necas then gets his 17th by Svech, Oscar Lindblom by McLeod, Willie Nee by Necas, Ruchinski unassisted, and Pustonen unassisted. So as soon as we jumped into this game, we became allergic to secondary assists and then became allergic to assists in general. Now let's get back to the menu. We got 2 more to sim. All right, so here we go. Going up against the Carolina Hurricanes. We're 33-29-4. They are 36-24-7. But we are just going to simulate these 2 games. Then we'll simulate on ahead to the Winnipeg game and check stats, as we always do, as per usual, and then we're going to call her a day. All right, 1-1 after 1. Monty puts it home past Freddie Anderson. Yeah, so it was, okay, wow, there you go. 3-2 for Quebec. And in the third, 4-2 victory. Michael McLeod puts her home, and again, dramatically outsshooting our opponents, like in every game. But hey, 2 in a row ain't bad. Monty with his 5th by Michael McLeod and Barrett Hayton. Pierre-Luc Dubois gets just his 14th by Brandon Montour. Svech puts in his 27th by William Nylander and Marty Necas. And Michael McLeod with his 13th by Jacob Slavin and Oscar Lindblom, the simulation darling. I really do like him on this team. So that puts him up to what, like 28 points, 29 points, something like that. I don't know. We're going to be checking soon. But I noticed that the first wildcard team is just winning every single damn game they play. Ilya Sorokin will trade you out with Dusty Wolf. Rodrigue will switch you out with Nikolai Semenov for a game or 2, or I don't know how many. I don't know. I might just switch them back afterwards because Semenov has been playing like a crap load of games. But the Ducks, with not a great record, they've been hot lately, though. So that's cause for alarm. Here we go. Final game of the simulation. Yeah, Dusty Wolf lets in 2 goals on 9 shots right off the heezity hop. After 2, it remains 2-0, but at least he's at a 900 save percentage. And after 3, 3-2. At least we got 2 of them back. Dusty Wolf actually had a pretty decent game. That's considered a quality start right there. All right, so Nate Schnarr got his 12th of the year by Brett Kulak and Oscar Lindblom, as Barrett Hayton puts in his 14th by Svechnikov and Michael McLeod to tie the game before we threw it all away 3 minutes later. Less than 3 minutes later. So now we're 34-30-4, and we're 5-5. In our last 10 games, not exactly where you want to be, but we are going to put Ilya Sorokin back in the net, and yeah, you know what? We're going to put Olivier Rodrigue back in the net, because I think Nikolai Semenov, I think I left him in there for like quite a while. We remain 7th in our division. We're like 12 points out of a playoff spot now. Oh, man. But Svech, 66 points in 68 games. He's a plus 21. Willie Nee was 62, quietly catching up to him. Marty Necas, respectable numbers, not exactly where you want him to be. Trevor Moore's having himself a relatively decent year. Philip Hedl, I got no complaints. Barrett Hayton, doing pretty damn decent as well, right? PLD, that's a miserable season. I was really hoping to get rid of him. Lindblom up to 29. Oh, yeah, baby, I'll take it. Schnarzy with 25. Earlier this year, I called him the breakout star of the team. Michael McLeod's doing decent enough. Ty Smith's doing decent enough. Monty, you want more out of Montour, actually, and Ty Smith. They're both pluses, though. Ruchinski has 17 points. That's pretty decent for him. And Valtteri Pustinen's 9. That's not bad either. Ilya Sorokin, his numbers keep getting better. 23-16-2 with 3 shutouts, a 906 save percentage, and a 2.79 goals against average. Dusty Wolf, on the other hand, 10-13-2 with 2 shutouts, a 905, which is about the same as Sorokin, and a 2.96 goals against average. He had to take over that starting job for quite a while, though, so that's not really fair to him. He is a minor starting goaltender. Draisaitl, leading the league in points, even though he missed 4 games, is still ahead of McDavid. Matthews, Kaprizov, McKinnon, Kane, Cooch, Forsberg, Pasta, the usual suspects as per usual. That was kind of a redundant statement. The usual, as per usual. Anyway, those are your top, what is it, 8? Top 8, top 9? I don't know. One or the other. Next thing we are going to do is the 77th episode of the DMAC Be a Pro series. Anyway, that is going to do it for me for this. Yeah, that is going to do it for me for this one, though. So don't forget to hit like and subscribe if you haven't already. There's new videos hopefully coming all the freaking time. And until next time, you beautiful melon farmers, have yourselves a good one.